Hello there and welcome back. We are in game 2 of this incredible semi-final series. In the north side, 1-0 up currently. That's right. Von Asten is beating Lovenest. He's playing as the Soviets. His confidence is riding high. And let's see just what he does in this game 2.
Absolutely. In the south, we have Lovenest here, beaten and bashed after that first game. He's going to be playing as the Austere on the south side of Faymanville Approach. Ooh, nearly got that perfect.
Don't make reference to it, just brush it over. Power through. You are the best cinematic caster in Company of Heroes today, Dan. There's nobody better than you. Not Doggy, no. Not Imperial Dane, no. I can't think of any others. It's just basically you that's doing the cinematic god work. You're like the Spielberg of Company of Heroes 2 casting in 2018.
I've always had this thing that I wish I nearly didn't have to cast. It's like, I'd love to just do camera controls and just, let two people sit down, have a beer, and cast the game. That's never. Nope. I'm not that serious.
Yeah, we've both got horrendously large egos. We'd never allow anything like that to happen. Right, let's talk about the tactics on display. It's pretty much a similar opening as before. Again, conscripts versus grenadiers. Is it 2013 again? It certainly feels like it, but I don't mind a bit of classic code too. And Lovenest is coming out strong.
Well, both of these games, we've seen players split up at the start. Lovenest not making any exceptions here. He's taken his fuel relatively quickly. Couldn't get green sandbags up to defend, so he'll probably lose this point, but he is at least going to decap and defend the left-hand side. I personally think left-hand side for Axis is better on this map. I just think, the building positions, you've got that defensive building on the left for an MG. Yeah, you can be cut off by the standard territory point out the base, but fuel is further away from your opponent.
It's actually being balanced a little bit to make it a little bit easy for the left side. It's currently judged that the cutoff is a little bit too easy for the right side player to attain, especially with that. And also the distances to the central victory point are actually a little bit longer from the north or the west side, whichever you want to call it. So there is due to be a map update. Relic are currently working hard to get that implemented after Stern Panther and several top players and mappers have made a few micro changes to the top competitive maps. And the players have voted, and they've decided that they want the changes to come, so it's going to happen. Back to your regularly scheduled commentary.
Just, sorry, hold on a second. Just made a little change there to the contrast.
Excellent. That should keep that one viewer that was complaining happy. There we go.
I'm a perfectionist, what can I say?
Stop triggering my co-caster, please, chat. Dan, stop reading chat. They're all terrible people, except the ones that aren't. Covered for myself there. Grenadiers and MG is coming to push away that conscript, but he is behind green cover, so he will be able to linger ever so slightly longer. Grenadier is coming from the east side, though, and he will tip the tide of battle because he'll get round the angles, and Von Asten knows it. Great play by both players.
Well, Von Asten's going to go for a sniper. This will slow things down a little bit. No fourth conscript. I think this allows a nice period for Lovenest because he didn't go for that fourth grenadier. So still going to have field dominance, but most importantly, double fuel.
Wow.
Yeah, double fuel for Lovenest. Now,
Lovenest Uber Alles, he has got all the fuel he needs to compete right now. Dan, that's going to be pretty big, to be fair, double fuel.
It will, and I think because of this sniper decision, are we going to see a delay on the T-70 maybe? It's a good opportunity for Lovenest to rush Tier 2, which we see him building right now. I think he's going to have a pretty good advantage.
He is. I think it's going to be quite telling. We could be seeing, who knows, we could be seeing a 2-0 Wehrmacht games 1 and 2 within the first few minutes. It could be crazy, but I think Von Asten has legs to make this game last a long time. Got a good commander choice. He's got the sniper, actually going to bleed in a lot of manpower.
Sniper was really good, actually. He sent conscripts around to the fuel. It's almost like he detected that the machine gun was facing over the fuel there. The MG42 positioned kind of west. And so he took a shot with a sniper. Lovenest moved it pretty much as the conscripts came in. That just allowed them free reign. Lovenest has had to walk all the way around and is now trying to set up on the left side to get his fuel in. So this is interesting. We'll wait to see if Von Asten maybe overextends with the sniper a little bit and gets into any trouble. Could be a good opportunity for Loveness to push center.
Same units, different players, different game. We got the 2-5-1 half track coming out. It's an identical Wehrmacht build from Loveness. So he's looking to do exactly what he needs to do. So exactly what Von Asten did to him, rather. It's all about how quickly you can do it and how many victory points he'll leave Von Asten with. That's Loveness' approach right now. He wants to do it more quickly and to leave his opponent with less victory points. So let's see if he's successful.
One thing I am slightly worried about maybe is that Loveness is playing that kind of meta tech into the Flame half track. It's a very good unit, you have to believe in it, but any of these players that are going to be building this themselves, we saw Von Asten do it, he'll know how to counter this. Or he should know how to counter this. That always gives an opportunity for predictions. You see Von Asten has already brought the guards out, even though he doesn't know that that's on the field yet. So that indicates to me that Von Asten's very familiar with the timing of this build.
This is the old style build. This is a very old build order. This is pretty much what Loveness was using last year in GCS1. Conscripts versus 2-5-1. We do have the AT grenades tech, but he couldn't get close enough. So he's now left the element of surprise. He's got the guards still there to mitigate, to try and keep the conscripts alive. They get behind green cover. Is that going to help? It is. For now, it would seem PTRS doing the damage, pushing the 2-5-1 away. Getting a bit crazy.
Right, gosh, gets veteran seed so quickly. Now he's got the scout car to back it up. There isn't really much of a defense in the center. The MG was pushed off a little earlier and is currently back in the base. Nothing really able to suppress these units. See the sniper under duress there from a grenadier squad.
Going in! The 2-5-1's just got caught up. Sorry to interrupt, Dan, but that could have been huge. It could have been huge, but Von Asten didn't react fast enough. Did you see what just happened?
I can see it now, yeah. I flicked straight onto it, but he could get it here even with the conscripts. He's running in, and I think he just missed the window to get an AT grenade off. That was really unfortunate, actually.
MG's going to get a burst in. MG's going to get a burst in. 2-5-1's coming up as well. That could be a dead conscript. Von Asten with some really bad luck there.
Wow. Trying to keep on top of a lot of things there, because you also had the scout car right outside of Von Asten's base trying to chase the sniper in, which did take an AT grenade. That's going to be quick repaired by Loveness. So that sniper was still under pressure in the base from Loveness whilst he was dealing with that engagement in the south. Look at the balls on Loveness here. He's got no health on this half track at all. And he's still prepared to play quite far up the field with it.
So that's quite good for the chat then. They had the camera on the very important sniper engagement in the north, and they heard my voice casting what happened to the conscript in the south. Dan, we've got this covered.
Perfect commentary.
just a shame that the audio and the visual aren't synced, but
it's a shame that it's only ever us complimenting each other on our casting.
Yeah, it's almost like an echo chamber, a circle jerk, a fraternity of self-congratulation.
Don't stop.
Always in threes, never not in threes, Dan. If you can't think of three things to say, don't say anything at all. That's the AE method.
Well, that's Flame half track's going to be back in base, getting its repairs at the moment. Scout car fully repaired on the eastern side. And Axis in particular, Austere here, have just had a stranglehold on this map. Pretty much a lot of the games that we've cast. Actually, mobile defense seems to work really, really well here. You see Loveness utilizing counterattack tactics right now, trying to get that fuel on the left. But it just seems like these light vehicles, they kind of harass the health of all the units as they're working their way up the map. They're really, really good for that. They make it very, very difficult when they do actually get into a position that they want to be in. They have no health to last and stay the engagement. So, really, really like this commander on this map.
I think Von Asten's gotten, 12 kills with Sniper. It's okay, but I think Loveness's control speaks for itself. He's got pretty much the entirety of the map now. He has both fuels currently under his possession, and to be honest, he looks under cruise control, which if you've ever seen him playing on Steam under his second moniker, it's actually Kraut control. But it's all about control, Loveness, and he certainly seems like he's back in set thing now. But here comes the anti-tank grenade.
Yeah, that is a big anti-tank grenade. Two of the PTRSs connect again. This is going to be enough for the light arms fire to finish off. He pops smoke. I don't think that's going to save it. Pioneers certainly aren't going to do enough damage Needs to focus though, needs to get those conscripts firing on the half track. Maybe stand still and take some shots. Yeah, there we go. It took a little bit longer than expected, but did get that result in the end.
Wow,
now he finds himself in a good position. I mean, if he dominates just outside of the base here, he's going to take that strategic decap. You can see now, cutting off all territories on the left-hand side of the map for Love Nest, and this is something he needs to deal with immediately. Sniper slightly off guard. The scout car's going to find it.
Oh, what a flank by Love Nest. He's back. And he needs to react quickly and get deep into territory, but he can't because the anti-tank grenade is threatening.
Yeah, that was... I think he probably... I don't know what he could have done better there. Good to keep that unit alive. Maybe the sensible decision. I thought maybe he could have dived with it and got the sniper, but what's the use? Because the sniper's been fairly mitigated by the scout car already. T-70 makes its appearance on the west. It's going to take a Faust immediately. Good reactions by Love Nest.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. So the sniper's got 14 kills. It's now paid for itself, so it's pretty much a manpower equalization. So we'll have to see from this point on whether Von Asten continues to utilize it and starts to bleed Love Nest's manpower economy, the most important resource if you ask me, or there's some Puma sniping, or 222s getting deep in territory. Oh, there you go, nearly a Puma snipe already. And it gets through.
Would love to see that.
I wouldn't.
You hate that kind of thing. I love it. I think this is nice. We always get like two different sides of commentary with you and me. Like we love and hate the opposite of.
Yeah, but you didn't watch the entirety of every Automatch game in May. I was doing all the seeding spreadsheet and keeping tabs on everybody. I think you were on holiday in Barbados, so I watched like Pumas sniping snipers like every day for a month. So I have post-traumatic Puma disorder, PTPD. And you're like, wow, that's cool! It's killing the sniper! Very different approaches on that one.
Second half track on the field. This time, no upgrade yet. Let's see if Love Nest decides to upgrade his half track now. Otherwise, he's just using it to reinforce on the field, which, do you know what, is equally good for that purpose. Keeping that constant front line. It's a great unit for that. And yeah, I think he's using it to reinforce on the field. And I really do like that. T-70 is going to be a challenger to that, though. Do we see Incendiary from the MG? We saw it used very well by Von Asten in the last game.
The 222's under heavy duress to the guard squad just north of there as well. That's a multifaceted engagement constantly. But again, Love Nest is still in control.
Let's having a look at the VPs. I mean, he's got very, very good VP count at the moment. Definitely look to hold that. Von Asten, if he's sensible, would at least try and focus on the VPs. Try and get those as low as he can for an advantage in his third game. Got to be thinking about that kind of thing when you play.
Yeah. It was 3-8-7 in the first game that Von Asten won with, so Love Nest aims to win this game, if he is to win, with more than 3-8-7 to give him control. Oh god, Grenadiers in the base sector are actually getting really punished by those guards. They're such small amounts of health. Oh, in the north side, we've got the light armor cavalry coming in. 251 leading the way. Needs to not get 18 aided. Looks like he just evaded.
Oh, Love Nest is going to continue pushing. Looks like it. Needs to be careful he doesn't take an 18 aid from the conscripts.
Perfect.
That was a very decisive push, though, to reclaim the map, and very well handled.
Also, it was incredible judgment of the range. I mean, I don't know what input delay he's playing with, but if he was playing with input delay, as I'm feared, it definitely doesn't seem to be the case anymore, because that was perfect positioning. He just basically toyed with the conscripts, and as Dan rightly mentioned, has reclaimed the map.
I'm going to see an interesting engagement here on the west. Pioneers, I think they should be able to win this engagement. Mind you, they have got one model carrying a minesweeper, so not full damage output. But, you know, Love Nest is putting really, really good focus on the VPs. I think if you just watch him over the course of the game, he's... this is why mobile defense is great, because you can just control multiple areas of the map quickly. If he's going to win, he's going to want to win with the advantage, and it's exactly what he needs. The first game, a little bit unstable, embarrassing, but he could pull it back very easily if he wins the VP situation in this game.
Yeah.
I think in that situation, he would play mobile defense again.
Ostrupen have been called in for love. Sorry, I was formulating my next point. I wasn't expecting you to ask me a question after your very, very long point. Sorry to sound bitchy. Ostrupen called in. The Ostrupen are fantastic at just absolutely cementing the advantage that Lovenest has. You know, he's already got control. He now has cannon fodder to work with the what he already has, and it just adds problems to what Von Asten's trying to do.
Nice with
what was your question out of curiosity, Dan? Sorry.
I can't even remember. But Ostrupen call-in. We spoke about this actually in a previous game in Citadel yesterday, where Ostrupen just seemed really, really good when the sniper's still on the field late into the game. He's going to be just soaking up the manpower. It's quick to reinforce, 6-man squads. Sniper's pretty mitigated whilst those are taking the front line. So really, really like that Lovenest has brought Ostrupen out instead of a sniper. Sniper could just make that game last for a long time.
Do you know what it's kind of like? Bringing out Ostrupen against a sniper is, do you know when honeybees swarm a hornet that's like 5 times their size and they deprive it of oxygen
and
the
they
temperature
overheat
up
it by like
yeah. That's what the Ostrupen do. They just like, it doesn't matter if we die, you can always count on Ostrupen. Oh god, the 2-2's going in.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to. I don't think that 18-8 is gonna stop it. He should get the kill. Sniper goes down, which is an extra advantage after having Ostrupen on the field. Perfect time to throw the scout car, I think.
Great. So that was 200 manpower, 30 fuel for something that cost 360 manpower. So he basically traded 30 fuel for 160 manpower to keep himself.
Not quite though, because not only that, he's forced Von Asten to build it again. So he's going to actually stall his opponent's manpower. What, 360 for that win as well?
20.
I see. So, but I think he thinks that's been causing him problems, especially with 4-man squads. The sniper's annoying, which is, I guess, why the Ostrupen on the field. I think that's a good win.
That's it, though. I mean, sniper's been nice, but I think Lovenest has won tactically and obviously strategically. He's still, by the way, got 445 victory points. Just to remind viewers, Von Asten won with 387. So right now, Lovenest gets pick in the automatic Game 3 map of Crossroads, if he were to win.
I would say Lovenest really has this under control right now. I don't see anything on the field that is going to be a counter to what Lovenest has at this moment. And you know, even with the SU-76, it's so flankable. There's only 2 conscripts guards. If they're pushing the field, the SU-76 gets out of position. This game is over. But Command Panzer IV, great anti-infantry and able to take the PTRS shots. It's the perfect formula.
I hate to say it, but what made DevM Soviets so successful wasn't the sniper. It's actually a very undervalued unit and part of that composition. It was the double Zis gun. He was playing double Zis guns like he was a Barton on drugs in 2014 in SNF5, you know. He's like, I got so many Zisses, what are you going to do? There's Zisses everywhere. You think your tank's safe, there's a Zis in this bush. You destroy my Zis, there's a Zis under my Zis. I've got a Zis gun that fires smaller Zis guns, that deploy even smaller Zis guns. There's Zis guns everywhere. That was a huge part of what DevM was doing as Soviets. And it seems that players are trying to rush tier 3, and Von Asten, in this case, is going to try and spam SU-76s. Which nearly failed on the first attempt there. The main gun destroyed crit, and who were very unlucky not to finish it off.
I don't have much confidence in the SU-76 strategy working here, to be totally honest. But that being said, let's have a look at Von Asten here. He's making a push down through the center. He's going to reclaim an MG42 that he just killed. Can Lovenest reclaim it with the half-track?
Oh, he has the Panzer IV command tank. He wants to keep it. Seems like it's a nice retreat, though. Very friendly retreat. Puma is causing some damage. 251 causing further damage. Grenadier could finish it off.
a bit of a situation, though. T70 is abandoned. Doesn't even get killed. It's outside of Von Asten's base. Could be recrewed, and I think we're seeing Loveness charge in here. There is a Faust that went off in the SU-76, so the Puma needs to stay in and do some work. The other one in base, I think, has main gun destroyed. Another abandon!
Wow, that's a... Both explode in unison there. Double abandon crits, a 1 in 40 chance. 2 1 in 20s. And so the T70 abandon has also been rectified. Good bit of sportsmanship by both players to not allow that insane critical to stay in the game.
Wow. I mean, Loveness probably could have gone in for the other SU-76 there, but it's good to see that he's playing carefully, because even with such a good position, he knows he can fall back and still win the game comfortably. Why take the risk? I mean, we remember we saw Von Ivan yesterday with the KV-1s diving into the base. How many minutes into the game against Kimbo? But it was still...
Oh my god, that goal is so lucky. Now the 251's got to get out of there. SU-76 attacks ground and barely misses. A meter away. Here come the conscripts.
It's good to see that Von Asten's still putting a lot into this. He's still making plays. Let's have a look. SU-76 trying to hunt the Puma. Puma's Vet 3 now. And they should get a last big shot off, and it kills it! SU-76 down.
Oh my lord.
Great shot. Command Panzer IV going to take down a conscript squad. Von Asten has had enough. It is going to be 1-1 in this series, and things are finally starting to heat up a little bit. All right, we are back. That was a good game. That was a nice pickup. Loveness now not looking so weak, which is good, actually. I think people will be a little bit more hyped for Game 3. We certainly didn't feel it after Game 1. Yeah. But 445 victory points. I think that was the biggest thing, is that he won with the victory point lead.
It is a huge thing. Loveness now gets pick on Crossroads. And no doubt in my mind that he's going to pick Wehrmacht, but I know Loveness likes to play mind games, and sometimes he will try and surprise his opponent and catch them off guard. So I'm very excited to see how this G3 steps up. And I can't believe, Dan, it was only 3:07. We started 10 minutes late. We were already in the ace game decider of semi-final 1.
Yeah, it's... I mean, I don't always expect these to be like hour-long games, but it seems like MOBA defense on that map is very, very good on that map. Do you know what I mean? Both games have been closed early there by good players. Anything to say about that?
Don't agree it's the map. I do not agree it's the map in question that allows mobile defense to be good. I think that mobile defense is good on Crossroads, Holodny Therma, and Crossing in the Woods. It's just really good.
And every other map in the map